Hey, what's up? So, Artist M.D, this is Val. We're shooting a behind the scenes on the Dissociate video. This is MixCo, downtown Tulsa. First, just shout out to MixCo and Hank. Thank you for letting us use this place and just totally overhauling it. We came in and it was Christmas decorated, which I was sunk. And I was like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna do this? And he was like, just do whatever you need to do. So we took down all these ornaments and lights and totally revamped the place. So thank you, Hank. Thank you, MixCo, for letting us do it. Your spot was amazing. And then shout out to Caren and Levi Renfro for showing up tonight. They didn't know they were going to be in this video, and then they were the stars. So if they hadn't come, I don't know what we would have done. As I prayed, I felt like somebody's going to show up that's going to be the main characters in this video, and they just showed up. So she came up to me at the very beginning and said, hey, we want to be famous. So I was like, okay. And then later I went up to them and said, hey, will you guys really be famous? Like, be the main characters? And they jumped in. So thank you again, Caren and Levi Renfro, for showing up and stepping in. This poem is, it's kind of like, it mainly talks about this conflict that my wife and I had and it's kind of more about a pattern of a conflict, but it's a specific one that we had where I wrote this after. And I realized this pattern in myself where we get into conflict and I separate from my heart and like my feelings and my emotions, and I go into my head and I like go into my mind because it's a safe place for me, and I'm hidden there and I protect it, and I argue and I do logic, and none of that really helps me resolve the conflict with my wife. It's just a place where I'm hiding. And then she kind of comes after me with like strength and love and kind of invites me out of hiding and into like really being honest with her about my emotions. And that's been like a really intense journey for me this last couple years specifically, is like really being able to say, hey, this is what I'm feeling, even if those are negative emotions. It's hard to like identify sometimes what exactly am I feeling. I just get walled up and then I disappear, and it's like I'm not there anymore. I'm not present anymore. I'm just like hiding in my head. And so the poem kind of chronicles that and talks about what I'm feeling, what my wife is doing, what my experience of her is, and then kind of resolves with her really pursuing me and me like coming to this place with her and with God where I'm growing into being able to accept her like real love that she's showing me by reaching out to me as love, and kind of letting it heal and kind of rewrite the story in my heart, which is like a recurrent rejection. So instead of assuming rejection and that she's against me and she doesn't want to, you know, like this cascade of things, I'm like learning to receive her coming towards me and her reaching out to me as like genuine love, and not just like in my head, but experiencing it as love and letting that kind of rewrite the story of our relationship. So when I get walled up, I'm not just stuck and blaming her and separate, but I'm like trying to come back into my heart, identify my emotions, and come towards her. So that's the story of the poem. If any of that resonates with you, let me know. Again, artistmd.co is my website. Go on there, send me a message. If you want to support me, the best thing you can do is join my email list. It lets me communicate directly with you and not have to worry about social media and what Facebook decides to put in front of you or not. And so join my email list, artistmd.co. And then if you're on YouTube and you're watching this, subscribe to the channel. It does help me. All right, thanks again. Peace.
Hello, are we live? Coming at you from MixCo? Check.
Act like you're speaking to the crowd.
All right, guys, we're gonna do this. We're recording live. Evan's on the camera aim, doing circles and things. Why isn't Val actually up here?
I don't know where he went.
Right there. I think he's had a quit.